Thursday, December 6th, B-Day. Please stand for the pledge in the Dundalk Middle School Code of Conduct.
I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I am safe, I am respectful, and I am responsible at Dundalk Middle School and in my community. Please be seated. Now let's find out what happened on this date in history.
Here's a look at this day in history. December 6th.
On this day in 1947, Harry Truman dedicated the Everglades National Park in Florida, protecting more than 2,000 square miles of wetlands and wildlife. On this day in 1973, Gerald Ford was confirmed by Congress and sworn in as vice president following the resignation of Spiro Agnew. In 1998, former military officer and coup leader Hugo Chavez was elected president of Venezuela. And on this day in 1884, the Washington Monument was completed. 49 years after he died, America's first president was honored with a giant obelisk and a reflecting pool. It has become a popular site for locals, tourists, and protests. And as a man who led a revolution, the monument's namesake would be proud. And that's this day in history.
Today's math problem is, which measure of central tendencies describes the number used most? Be sure to let your math teacher know if you can solve it. And now here's Emily with our word of the day.
Today's word of the day is counterfeit. The painting was a counterfeit of Gainsborough's Blue Boy. And again, today's word of the day is counterfeit.
Any student interested in representing Dundalk Middle School at the countywide math counts competition should meet with Ms. Rachensky on today, December 6th at 3 p.m. in room 208. And again, any student interested in representing Dundalk Middle School at the countywide math counts competition should meet with Ms. Rachensky today, December 6th at 3 p.m. in room 208. Now let's get a check on the weather from Madison.
Good morning. I'm Maddie here with your WDMS weather for Thursday, December 6th. Today, a high pressure will move into the area from the Great Lakes. Also, mostly sunny and chilly and variable winds. Tonight, clear and partly cloudy and light winds. That was your WDMS weather, and here's the temperature for the next 7 days. I know.
Thanks, Madison.
Now for some words of wisdom.
Good morning, Dundalk Middle School. This is Intisar Muhammad with a few words of wisdom. John Foster is a man who knows how to handle his anger. When his son was beaten up by a gang, he was angry, and rightfully so. But what did he do with all that anger? He created Mad Dad Incorporated, a group of dads working to stop the violence on our streets. Instead of letting his anger turn destructive, he turned his anger into a force for good. Now listen to these words from Ben Sira, a 2nd century Hebrew scholar. He says, the weight of a person's anger drags him down. Anger can be a very heavy emotion, as Ben Sira reminds us. It can literally drag us down and keep us from realizing the height of our potential. So don't let your anger get the best of you. Instead, get in touch with what it is you're angry about, and find a way to follow John Foster's example by turning your anger into something healing, healthy, and positive. With something to think about, this Intisar Muhammad made a great day or not, the choice is yours.
And here's Mr. Barish.
Morning, Dundalk Middle School. Tomorrow, all students will receive interims for the 2nd quarter. Please make sure, that you review your interims with your parents once you bring them home, and you set goals for yourself for the remainder of the 2nd quarter. So in other words, if you're doing extremely well, I want you to reflect on what it is that has gotten you to the point where you are doing well, and continue to have those high expectations for yourself. If you are not earning the grades that you believe that you are capable of earning, then what you need to do is you need to Set additional goals for the remainder of the quarter. You need to meet with each of your teachers in classes that you are struggling with. You need to attend coach class and ask for and receive additional support to help you be successful for the second quarter. Again, I'd like to see all of our students at Dundalk Middle School earn honor roll status. Your teachers are working very hard to make sure you are getting to the level. Students, I need you to work equally as hard and be committed to demonstrating excellence in your education. So again, tomorrow you will be receiving interims. Next Thursday we will have our parent conference night. So again, with your interims you'll be bringing home forms to set up for your parents to set up for conferences with your teachers. So please make sure, students, you bring those forms home so your parents can schedule conferences if needed with teachers. And again, you can be reviewing your grades on EdLine to see exactly how you are doing. A reminder to students about the importance of coming to school every day. I'm not asking for good attendance. I'm asking for excellent and outstanding attendance. Again, one day when you go on to high school and you go on to college and you go on to your career, the expectation is you go to class and you go to work every single day in order to be successful at what you do. If you're not at your job every day, you could potentially lose your job, and that's the real world. I mean, people depend on other people to get the job done, so it is important that you demonstrate outstanding attendance, and that starts here at Dundalk Middle School. You also want to make sure you're coming to school every day with a positive attitude, and I know some days it's harder to do that when there's other things going on, either at home or in the community, but remember, once you come into school, you are safe and you are able to be focused on learning. So again, I want you to make sure you're coming in with that positive attitude and you're willing to apply yourself. And if you do that, you are going to be successful in school and also in life. And as team DMS, our staff will do whatever it takes to make sure you reach and maximize your potential. Thank you, students and staff. Have a wonderful day. Now back to Intisar and Emily.
This is Intisar.
And Emily, reminding you to stay classy, Dundalk Middle School. Imagination.